Healthy Picks family, what's up? Back season 2, episode 2. Told y'all I was gonna try to be more consistent, so we back with another video. I put up an IG poll asking if y'all wanted me to do a video on draft recaps or NFL draft recaps and grades or NBA mock draft. The votes was kind of even, like I think it was like 14-14 or 15-13 or something like that. So since I've been gone so long, I'm gonna just give y'all both double dip, keep it sturdy. So we're gonna start with the NFL draft recaps and what teams I like as far as like who I think had a good draft. I'm gonna start with the Broncos. I think they had a real good draft. They picked up Jerry Jeudy. They picked up KJ Hamler, explosive wide receiver out of Penn State. They're giving Drew Lock everything he needs to have a successful season. He's a young quarterback. They also in the offseason picked up AJ Bouye, defensive back out of the Jaguars, which is a great pickup. And they picked up Melvin Gordon in free agency. So the Broncos had a great offseason in my opinion. I also like what the Ravens did. The Ravens picked up J.K. Dobbins, running back, Ohio State, and they picked up McQueen, the linebacker from LSU. I think both of those guys will have immediate impacts on the Ravens because there's not a lot of spots open on the Ravens. They pretty well put together. Shout out my boy Shane. That's his team. I'll be coming at him all the time because I think they always fold in the playoffs. But anyway, who else had a good draft? I like what the Cowboys did with CeeDee Lamb. You're just giving Dak another piece, another weapon. He shouldn't really have no excuses. I like the Dolphins picking up Tua. Then they picked up some offensive linemen. They picked up Austin Jackson out of USC. I like that move. Let's talk about the Eagles real quick. I know a lot of the Eagles fans was hitting me up on the Healthy Picks page, saying they didn't understand the Jalen Hurts pickup. I understand the Jalen Hurts pickup. You look at Carson Wentz. His whole career he's been injured. We just got to keep it a B. Even during your Super Bowl run, if it wasn't for Nick Foles, like, y'all probably wasn't going to get that bowl. Carson Wentz was hurt. So I see why y'all picked up Jalen Hurts. Like, he can be a sturdy, situational backup quarterback in NFL. He's not there to take Carson Wentz's spot. Carson Wentz just got that deal. He's not going nowhere. Y'all got to relax. That's just a sturdy backup pick. I know y'all saying, well, why draft him so high? You never know. In today's NFL, you need to have a sturdy backup quarterback. You never know. It only takes one play in the NFL for your whole season to change. Now, I don't understand why y'all got Jalen Reagor with the 21st pick at wide receiver. Y'all definitely did need a wide receiver, but I just thought Justin Jefferson was the better fit for y'all. He was the overall better prospect as far as wide receiver. Obviously not. So y'all got Jalen Reagor from TCU. He's explosive. He's fast. But I just thought Justin Jefferson would have been the overall better pick for y'all. Another thing everybody's talking about is Jordan Love with the 26th pick. The Packers traded up to get Jordan Love. I know Aaron Rodgers was punching the air because they've never got a skilled position player with the first round pick. And since him, as a matter of fact, I seen that was an interesting stat. Since him, they needed some wide receivers as skilled positions, and they decided to get Jordan Love. So we're going to see how that plays out. We're going to see if Aaron Rodgers just takes young boy under his wing and tries to look out for him the way Brett Favre did him, or if he's just going to be Aaron Rodgers that just say, I don't care, I'm going to do me. Simple. So that was interesting. Who else I like? Who else made some good moves in the draft? My Falcons. We got AJ Terrell with the 17th pick. With the 16th pick, I actually thought that was too high for him to go. But we needed a DB. He's solid. He got fried against LSU in the playoffs, but everybody gets fried once upon a time at DB. But I don't know. I thought that was high for him to go 16, but we needed him. I'll be a Falcons fan for a couple more weeks. We'll see how that goes. As far as the Raiders getting Henry Ruggs, shout out to my bro Tyrell Rowley. That's his team, and he broke it down to me as to why they got him instead of CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy, and it made sense. Henry Ruggs in a slot. You got Terrell Williams. That was a good pickup. So I could see why they had to get some speed. You got to match speed with speed, especially in a division like that. So I understand that Henry Ruggs pick now. Shout out to my bro. I like what the Jaguars did with C.J. Henderson, 9th pick. You get rid of A.J. Bouye. You get rid of Jalen Ramsey. Now you get C.J. Henderson. I like Isaiah Simmons to the Cardinals. at the 8th pick. I thought the Giants were taking, but they ended up getting Andrew Thomas. Isaiah Simmons is a hybrid. He could play linebacker, a little bit of safety, a little bit of slot cover. So I like that. I think he'll have a big year as a rookie. So overall, I think it was a good draft. Shout out to Bryce Hall, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania native, getting drafted to the Jets. I think this draft just gave everybody hope that sports will be back sometime in the near future. So shout out to the NFL draft. And yeah, we're not going to dive too deep into that. Now I want to touch on the NBA mock draft and what I think about who should go where and what should happen and what prospects I like. So this is just an early mock draft. Me just talking about a few prospects. This is one of those drafts where I don't think there's really like nobody that's elite, like somebody you can't miss, like a generational talent. I just think it's a lot of good players that it just depends on where they get drafted and the fit. You got Lamelo Ball. We all know Lamelo Ball's story. 6'8" point guard. Younger brother Alonzo and LiAngelo. He went across seas. He refined his game. He got more mature. He looks the part of a number 1 pick. I wouldn't be mad if somebody took him number 1. Warriors, Cleveland, Minnesota, they're all going to be in that mix. You got Anthony Edwards, a strong physical guard out of Georgia, 6'5", attacks the rim, can shoot it. He really had a great freshman year at Georgia. He was lighting people up in the SEC. I got to see that on a daily basis. So we got James Wiseman. He went to Memphis, big man, 7-footer, long, lengthy, can block shots, can play above the rim. He played a few games at Memphis, and we all know he decided, once the NCAA suspended him, he decided to just sit out the rest of the year. So you got James Wiseman. He could be a potential number 1 pick. And then after that, I don't think there's like really anybody too elite. I think those are the 3 that everybody is saying as far as number 1 picks. Then you got fellas like Obi Toppin out of Dayton, 6'9", athletic. Y'all see his dunks on SportsCenter, I'm sure. He plays above the rim. We got Cole Anthony, my point guard. Y'all know I'm a North Carolina fan. He had an up and down. Well, he was kind of injured for most part of this season. He went through that stretch where he was injured, and our season took a tumble. 6'3" point guard, athletic, mid-range game, has to improve his jumper and sometimes just overall being a point guard in NBA because that's what he'll project to be in NBA. Who else? I really like Tyrese Halliburton. I could be pronouncing his name wrong, but he's like a 6'6", 6'7" point guard out of Iowa State, and I got a chance to see him a lot early in this college basketball season. He really does it all. He can shoot it. He has a set shot, so it's not really off the dribble. He has to refine that. But he could pass it. He could rebound. He's a very good defender. So I like him as a first-round pick. You got Vernon Carey, big man out of Duke. He had a good freshman season. Was very solid, very sturdy. Who else we got first round? Nico Mannion, point guard out of Arizona. I'm not high on him as everybody else is. I think he'll be a solid backup point guard in NBA, though. Sturdy. Josh Green, Arizona shooting guard. He had a pretty good season with Nico Mannion at Arizona. Who else we got? Big man out of USC. I already know I'm going to pronounce his name wrong, but it's like Onye Akugwu. I got to see him a few times. Good big man. Good back to the basket player. He can block shots. He can finish above the rim. So he's decent. I really like Tyrese Maxey, but as I'm looking at this mock draft, like they got him way late first round. I like Tyrese Maxey from Kentucky. He had a good year, a little inconsistent at times, but you could tell he wants the ball when the game's coming down to the nitty gritty. He gonna go get it. He can create his own shot, and I like Tyrese Maxey. I don't know if he's probably a shooting guard in the league. He's a little undersized to be a shooting guard at 6'2", 6'3", but I like him. Who else we got? Like I'm saying, this is not really an elite draft class. Like, this is probably one of the weaker draft classes in the past few years. One thing I really don't understand, well, I do understand it, I don't like it. People like Miles Powell and Cassius Winston, who had unbelievable college careers, they just don't project well to the NBA. Like, they're not even, I don't even see them, neither one of them in the first round. Cassius Winston's low second round, and like, I don't even see Miles Powell on the draft board. Like, these are guys who had unbelievable college seasons, and maybe just because of their physical tools or like the NBA projection, they just don't get the respect I think they deserve after having an unbelievable college career. Lamar Stevens is at the low second round. Like, he was 7 points away from being, like I told y'all last episode, from being an all-time points leader at Penn State. So I don't know, man. Sometimes NBA is just about potential and measurements. So, but when it comes down to hooping, you can give me Miles Powell any day of the week. Cassius Winston, I think, would be a good backup point guard in the NBA, a sturdy backup point guard. I see Trey Jones, point guard from Duke. He improved his draft stock. He's looking like early second round. Devin Dotson, point guard, sophomore point guard from Kansas, is looking like early second round. Really talented point guard, fast, quick with the ball, 6'1". He's solid. Got a chance to see Kansas a lot this year. I'm going to give y'all a few sleeper people I like in the draft. I like Malachi Flynn, the point guard, the 6'2" point guard of San Diego State. He really ran that team very well. I think they have Final Four, Elite Eight potential if the season didn't come to an end. So look for Malachi Flynn to go second-round pick. An interesting story, somebody in the draft, Jay Scrubb. He was the #1 JUCO player in the country. He was committed to Louisville, but he decided to skip out on college and go straight to the league. So he might be a second-round pick. Keep your eyes open for Jay Scrubb. 6'6" shooting guard, lefty, can shoot it, it's athletic. I like that. I like him. Okay. So yeah, I just want to stop by and give y'all like a little quick episode. NBA drafts not for a while. They also reopening the facilities. It was supposed to be May 1st, but Atlanta Hawks GM gave some pushback, so now it's pushed back to May 8th. They're going to start some individual workouts. And I'm thinking they're going to get the league up and running, man. They're going to get this show on the road. I want to say late June, early July. I expect it. NBA playoffs. I expect them to skip right to the playoffs and just keep it sturdy. Like, yeah, the league got to come back, man. The league got to come back. The league got to come back. So, yeah, if y'all got any thoughts or any topics y'all want me to touch on next episode, just leave it in the comments. Y'all know I got y'all, man. I'm just trying to give y'all what y'all want. I'm telling y'all I'm going to be more consistent.